Question 271. How does IPsec enhance network security? A. By dynamically assigning MAC addresses to devices. B. By providing encryption and authentication for IP packets. C. By allowing only specific applications to access a network. D. By filtering emails for spam and malware. Correct answer, B. By providing encryption and authentication for IP packets. IPsec, Internet Protocol Security, secures IP communication by encrypting and authenticating packets at the network layer. It is commonly used for VPNs to ensure secure remote access. Question 272. What is the purpose of MAC filtering in network security? A. To allow or deny network access based on device MAC addresses. B. To encrypt data during transmission. C. To assign dynamic IP addresses to devices. D. To inspect packets for malware. Correct answer. A. To allow or deny network access based on device MAC addresses. MAC, filtering controls network access by allowing or blocking devices based on their unique media access control addresses. This adds an extra layer of security by restricting which devices can connect to a network. Question 273. Among the diabetes listed, which one is not typically associated with multifunction connectivity devices used in SOHO networks? A. Hub. B. NAT router. C. Router. D. Switch. Correct answer. A. Hub. In small office/home office networks, multifunctional devices often integrate various features such as routing, wireless access point, AP, DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, DNS, Domain Name System, and NAT, Network Address Translation. These functions help manage IP addresses, network traffic, and wireless connectivity effectively within a small network. A hub, on the other hand, is a simple device that can only forward data to all connected devices without offering advanced functions like routing or IP address management. Therefore, it is not suitable for use in SOHO networks. Question 274. When WPA2 was introduced, which encryption cipher was replaced by CMPAES? A. CCMP. B. EAP. C. TKIP. D. WEP. Correct answer. C. TKIP. TKIP, Temporal Key Integrity Protocol, was introduced as part of the WPA, Wi-Fi Protected Access, Security Protocol, to address the vulnerabilities of WEP, Wired Equivalent Privacy. When WPA2 was introduced to replace WPA, it utilized CCMP, counter mode with cipher block chaining message authentication code protocol, as its primary encryption method, instead of TKIP. CCMP employs the AES, Advanced Encryption Standard, encryption standard, which is significantly stronger, providing a higher level of security for wireless networks. This enhancement minimizes the risk of attacks and better protects information compared to TKIP. Question 275. Which of the following is not considered a method of traffic shaping? A. Bandwidth throttling. B. Rate limiting. C. Self-limiting. D. WAN optimization. Correct answer. D. WAN optimization. Traffic shaping is a network traffic management technique used to control how data is sent over a network. The goal of traffic shaping is to optimize network performance by ensuring that different types of traffic receive appropriate bandwidth, thereby maintaining quality of service for users. Methods of traffic shaping: bandwidth throttling, reducing the connection speed for a specific application or service to prevent network overload. Rate limiting, limiting the number of packets or the bandwidth that a user or device can consume within a certain time frame. Self-limiting, an application automatically reduces its data transmission speed when it detects network congestion. Question 276. What is the main advantage of CIDR over class-based addressing? A. CIDR eliminates the need for subnetting. B. CIDR allows for more efficient allocation of IP addresses. C. CIDR restricts networks to fixed subnet sizes. D. CIDR is only used in IPv6 networks. Correct answer: B. CIDR allows for more efficient allocation of IP addresses. CIDR, classless interdomain routing, enables flexible allocation of IP address space by using variable length subnet masks, unlike class-based addressing, which had fixed subnet sizes, class A, B, C. This reduces wasted addresses and improves routing efficiency. Question 277. Which tool is used to test the functionality of a network interface card by simulating a network connection? A. Loopback adapter. B. Toner probe. C. Cable tester. D. Protocol analyzer. Correct answer: A. Loopback adapter. A loopback adapter plugs into a network interface and redirects signals back to the device, allowing for testing of the NIC and troubleshooting connectivity issues. Question 278. What is the primary purpose of subnetting in a network? A. To divide a large network into smaller, more manageable segments. B. To increase the total number of available IP addresses beyond the protocol limit. C. To eliminate the need for routers in a network. D. To convert IPv4 addresses into IPv6 addresses. Correct answer: A. To divide a large network into smaller, more manageable segments. Subnetting allows network administrators to divide a large network into smaller, more efficient segments. This improves network performance, reduces broadcast traffic, and enhances security by isolating different parts of the network. Question 279. What type of event indicates normal network operations without any issues? A. Warning event. B. Critical event. C. Informational event. D. Security event. Correct answer: C. Informational event. Informational events are routine messages that indicate normal operation, such as successful logins or system startups. Informational events provide visibility but do not require immediate action. Without informational events, administrators would lack routine system logs. Question 280. According to the presently ratified IEEE 802.11 wireless LAN standards, what is the maximum count of transmit and receive antennas allowed? A. 2, B. 4, C. 6, D. 8. Correct answer: D. 8. The wireless LAN standard IEEE 802.11 employs MIMO, multiple input, multiple output, technology to enhance bandwidth and reliability in wireless communication. This technology utilizes multiple antennas at both the transmitting and receiving ends to improve communication performance without requiring an increase in bandwidth or transmission power. The maximum number of antennas at both the transmitter and receiver can be up to 8. Question 281. Which wireless security protocol was significantly affected by the use of the initialization vector? A. PAPE. B. WAZ. BUEP. D. PA2. Correct answer. C. WEP. An initialization vector is a random data string used in the WEP, Wired Equivalent Privacy, encryption protocol to enhance the security of the encryption process. It ensures that each encryption session produces different results, even with the same input data and encryption key. However, in WEP, the IV is only 24 bits long, which is relatively short and can lead to issues such as collisions, ultimately compromising security. Question 282. After setting up a new wireless access point with a non-broadcasted SSID and WPA2 security, what should you do to configure your wireless clients? A. Select the SSID from a list and allow the client to automatically detect the security protocol. B. Select the SSID from a list and then select WPA2 from the security protocol options provided. C. Type the SSID manually and allow the client to automatically detect the security protocol. D. Type the SSID manually and then select WPA2 from the security protocol options provided. Correct answer. D. Type the SSID manually and then select WPA2 from the security protocol options provided. Since the SSID service set identifier is not broadcasted, it will not appear in the list of available networks when wireless devices scan for connections. Therefore, devices need to connect to the network by manually entering the SSID. After manually entering the SSID, it's important to specify the correct security protocol to ensure that the client device uses the proper encryption and authentication mechanisms for a secure connection to the wireless access point. Question 283. What technique for prioritizing network traffic utilizes a 6-bit classification identifier in the Internet Protocol header? A. Administrative distance. B. Diffserv. D. Traffic shaping. Correct answer. C. Diffserv. Diffserv, differentiated services, is a network architecture designed to improve the management and delivery of quality of service in modern IP networks. It uses the differentiated services field in the IP header. This field includes a 6-bit differentiated services code point, which allows for the marking and classification of network traffic. Diffserv helps network administrators optimize bandwidth usage and reduce latency for critical applications. Question 284. Which is not a function typically provided by a unified threat management appliance? A. Antivirus protection. B. Network firewall. C. Packet forwarding. D. Virtual private networking. Correct answer. C. Packet forwarding. Packet forwarding is the process of moving a packet from one network interface to another. It is a fundamental function of routers, which are devices that connect different networks together. UTM appliances, on the other hand, are typically used to provide security and other services to a single network. They do not typically have the routing capabilities of a router. However, there are some UTM appliances that do support packet forwarding. These appliances are typically referred to as UTM routers or integrated routers. UTM routers combine the features of a UTM appliance with the routing capabilities of a router. This makes them a good choice for organizations that need to provide security and other services to multiple networks. Question 285. To physically connect computers in the same VLAN, which device is used? A. A bridge. B. A hub. C. A router. D. A switch. Correct answer. D. A switch. When routers are replaced with switches, the internetwork transforms into a unified subnet, and virtual local area networks are established as logical components operating above the switching infrastructure. Although VLANs serve as the functional equivalent of network layer subnets, the systems within a VLAN remain physically interconnected by switches rather than routers. Bridges, on the other hand, connect network segments at the data link layer and selectively forward traffic between them. However, bridges do not offer dedicated connections between two systems like switches do, and they do not facilitate the conversion of a large, routed internetwork into a unified switched network. Therefore, bridges have no role in implementing VLANs. Hubs, which are physical layer devices, propagate all incoming traffic through all of their ports. If routers were replaced with hubs, it would result in a single shared broadcast domain with extensive traffic and numerous collisions. Consequently, hubs do not establish connections between computers in a VLAN. Question 286. What is the first step in the incident response process? A. Recovery. B. Identification. C. Eradication. D. Lessons learned. Correct answer. B. Identification. Identification is the first step in incident response where the incident is detected and confirmed. Identification provides awareness of security or operational issues. Without identification, incidents may go unnoticed and unresolved. Question 287. What is the purpose of containment during an incident response? A. To isolate the incident and prevent further damage. B. To immediately notify law enforcement. C. To restore normal operations. D. To document network diagrams. Correct answer. A. To isolate the incident and prevent further damage. Containment involves isolating affected systems or network segments to limit the spread of an incident. Containment provides control over the situation. Without containment, incidents may escalate and cause widespread damage. Question 288. What is the purpose of a standard operating procedure in a network environment? A. To describe routing protocols. B. To define acceptable password complexity. C. To document routine steps for common tasks. D. To establish VLAN configurations. Correct answer. C. To document routine steps for common tasks. A standard operating procedure is a documented, repeatable process for routine network tasks. SOPs provide consistency and reduce errors. Without SOPs, tasks may be performed inconsistently, increasing the risk of misconfiguration. Question 289. Which type of network device commonly uses PoE? A. Desktop computer. B. Wireless access point. C. Fiber optic switch. D. Patch panel. Correct answer. B. Wireless access point. Wireless access points IP phones and security cameras often use PoE to receive power and network connectivity through a single Ethernet cable. PoE provides convenience and simplifies installation. If PoE were not used, these devices would need separate power adapters. Question 290. What is a key feature of virtual switching in network implementations? A. It only operates on physical hardware. B. It virtualizes network switching functions within a hypervisor or server. C. It eliminates the need for VLANs. D. It increases the size of broadcast domains. Correct answer. B. It virtualizes network switching functions within a hypervisor or server. Virtual switching allows network switching functions to be performed in software within virtualized environments, such as hypervisors. Virtual switching provides flexibility and efficiency in virtual networks. If virtual switching were not used, each virtual machine would require a physical network connection. Question 291. Which is the maximum theoretical download speed achievable on a 5G cellular network? A. 1 gigabit per second. B. 10 gigabits per second. C. 100 gigabits per second. D. 150 megabits per second. Correct answer. B. 10 gigabits per second. The 5G cellular network specification calls for maximum theoretical download speeds of 10 gigabits per second, although the actual speed realized will be less. There are a number of factors that can affect the actual speed of a 5G connection, including the distance between the user and the cell tower, the amount of traffic on the network, and the capabilities of the user's device. In most cases, users can expect to see download speeds of 1 to 2 gigabits on a 5G network. Question 292. At which layer of the OSI reference model do proxy servers operate? A. Application. B. Data link. C. Network. D. Transport. Correct answer. A. Application. A proxy server operates as a service at the application layer, since it accepts Internet service requests from client computers, examines the application layer protocol data within each request, and subsequently generates its own request for the same service, forwarding it to the specified Internet server. Only an application layer service possesses the capability to read and handle the application layer data present in network packets. It is not feasible for a proxy server to function as a data link layer device because it can grant Internet access to an entire Internet network, while the data link layer is primarily concerned with communication within a single subnet. Similarly, proxy servers cannot be categorized as network layer devices since the network layer handles all internetwork packets indiscriminately, without knowledge of the specific application that generated the enclosed data. Given that the transport layer does not participate in the processing of application data, proxy servers cannot be considered to operate at the transport layer. Question 293. What devices can administrators utilize to establish multiple virtual local area networks and facilitate traffic forwarding between them? A. Broadband router. B. Load balancer. C. Multi-layer switch. D. Virtual router. Correct answer. C. Multi-layer switch. A multi-layer switch is a network connectivity device that operates at both Layer 2 and Layer 3 of the OSI model. At Layer 2, the device functions similar to a standard switch, offering separate collision domains for each connected node and enabling administrators to establish multiple VLANs. At Layer 3, the device extends its functionality to include routing capabilities, allowing it to forward packets between the VLANs. It's worth noting that virtual routers, load balancers, and broadband routers are devices strictly limited to Layer 3 operations, enabling traffic routing but lacking the ability to create VLANs. Question 294. What is the correct term for the procedure in which the spanning tree protocol on a switch assesses network paths and assigns each port to either the forwarding or blocking state? A. Assimilation. B. Convergence. C. Listening. D. Tree building. Correct answer. B. Convergence. The process by which STP populates its database with information about each port in a switch and designates the ports as forwarding or blocking is called convergence. Assimilation, tree building, and listening are not terms for STP path evaluation. The convergence process can take a few seconds to a few minutes, depending on the size of the network. During convergence, some traffic may be blocked while the switches are learning the new topology. The terms assimilation, tree building, and listening are not used to describe the STP convergence process. Assimilation is the process by which a switch learns the BP, DUS from other switches in the network. Tree building is the process by which a switch calculates the shortest path to the root bridge. Listening is the state that a port is in before it is designated or blocked. Question 295. How does SDN improve network management? A. By requiring manual configuration of each device. B. By decentralizing the control plane. By providing centralized, programmable control over the network. D. By removing all virtualization technologies. Correct answer. C. By providing centralized, programmable control over the network. SDN centralizes network control, enabling administrators to configure and manage the entire network from a single location through software. SDN provides streamlined management and faster configuration. If SDN were not used, network changes would require manual updates on individual devices. Question 296. What is the purpose of controlling humidity levels in a network closet? A. To improve data transmission speed. B. To prevent condensation and static discharge. C. To increase Wi-Fi coverage. D. To reduce cable management needs. Correct answer. B. To prevent condensation and static discharge. Controlling humidity prevents moisture buildup, which can cause condensation, and reduces the risk of static electricity damaging equipment. Humidity control provides environmental safety for hardware. If humidity were not controlled, equipment could corrode or short circuit. Question 297. Why is proper labeling of network cables important in a physical network installation? A. It increases the speed of data transmission. B. It ensures accurate identification and troubleshooting. C. It reduces the need for patch panels. D. It prevents electromagnetic interference. Correct answer. B. It ensures accurate identification and troubleshooting. Proper cable labeling helps technicians quickly identify cables during installation, maintenance, and troubleshooting. Labeling provides organization and reduces errors. If cables were not labeled, troubleshooting would take longer and lead to confusion. Question 298. Which characteristic is true about fiber optic cabling? A. Limited to short-distance connections. B. Slower speeds than copper cabling. C. Supports long-distance, high-speed data transmission. D. Susceptible to radio frequency interference. Correct answer. C. Supports long-distance, high-speed data transmission. Fiber optic cables support long-distance, high-speed data transmission over many kilometers without signal loss. Fiber optic cabling provides high bandwidth and distance. If fiber optic cabling were not used, long-distance communication would suffer from speed and quality limitations. Question 299. How does proper bonding benefit a physical network installation? A. Increases fiber optic signal distance. B. Protects against unauthorized access. C. Ensures all metallic components are at the same electrical potential. D. Reduces network bandwidth usage. Correct answer. C. Ensures all metallic components are at the same electrical potential. Bonding ensures that all metal components in a network installation share the same electrical potential, reducing the risk of electrical shock and equipment damage. Bonding provides safety and prevents voltage differences. If bonding were not used, voltage imbalances could lead to electrical hazards. Question 300. What is a potential risk of security misconfigurations on a network device? A. Unauthorized access or data breaches. B. Increased network speeds. C. Automatic VLAN reassignment. D. Reduced encryption overhead. Correct answer. A. Unauthorized access or data breaches. Security misconfigurations, such as weak access control policies or improper encryption settings, can expose a network to unauthorized access, data breaches, or other security threats. Proper verification ensures data integrity and confidentiality. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful for you, don't forget to like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more practice questions and tips.